Alright, welcome back everybody, New Joker 6 here. You hear that? Got some new music. And you know what that means. Or maybe you don't because you're new and it's the first video you've seen. Or maybe you just haven't caught on yet. New music. Today we're bringing you a brand new deck. A new deck that we have built. So let's go ahead and test it out on Cyrus here in the cafeteria of the Slifer Red dorm. Go with the usual here. Once again, heads. Will it pay off again? No, for once, the first time. It's failed, and yet I'm still going first. Thank you, Cyrus. Alright, so if you take a look at the first hand here, or maybe even just the title of the video. Look at those names. Yeah, that's right. We're going with a dinosaur themed deck. See over there, we got some fusions. We've got our dinos. We're ready to go for some Dino Prey play. We're going Jurassic Park here. Now, the main card for if we get stuck in a jam and we really need something strong. We've got the Soul Release comboed with Tyranno Infinity. That's a shame, we just got rid of the Wasteland already, so there goes the power up. Well, that's okay, we can work without it. But Tyranno Infinity gains 1,000 attack points for every dinosaur I have removed from play, which is what Soul Release will do. Soul Release will allow me to remove up to 5. Which means Tyranno Infinity can get up to 5,000. Now, ever since I was little, I always wanted a dinosaur deck, but I never had enough. I always had, maybe 2 dinosaurs. And then as for magic and traps, it was all more of generic stuff. The usuals like trap holes, mystical space typhoon. Just your generic things that are found in most decks. Not really theme specific. So anyway, back to this. We got the Trekadon. Nice carnivore we got going on there. And then we got Kabuzalus. Or Kabuzals. Kabuzals. I think it's Kabuzals. Honestly, I don't really like that card. To me, it doesn't really look like a dinosaur. It kind of looks more like a crocodile or a gator with more a fatter mouth instead of that thin, long one that they have. And he's up on 2 legs. That's what it looks like to me. Perfect. We drew the polymerization, so we're ready to start. We're ready to start preparing for the fusion. And as you saw, we can activate it right now. So let's take a look at the fusions we have there on okay or not. We got 2 fusions there, as you saw. Go ahead and activate the polymerization. Practical. We got 1900 attack, 1500 defense. Trekadon and Flame Viper. You see the ones that are in there that aren't dinosaurs, like Flame Viper there, are used to fuse my dinosaurs. So other than that, they're dinosaurs that I have in the deck. They either make a dinosaur or they are a dinosaur. Interesting fact, Jurassic Park, if you like the Velociraptors, those weren't really Velociraptors. Velociraptors are shorter than that. So if you actually look at it, what they were calling Velociraptors were actually Deinonychus. So back here, what do we got? He's got that gyroid. You gotta attack it twice to defeat it, so he managed to save himself. Both my monsters had to attack his little gyroid there to get rid of it. A little bit of a pain, but can help you in some situations if you really need to stay alive. Need a little defense, that'll take 2 of the attacks off you. Could be the difference between living and dying. or rather winning and losing. All he's got is a face down. Is he confident that can save him? I've got the Giosaurus, one of my favorites here. The Giosaurus. I could special summon him at any time, but if I do, that means he gets to summon a card from his graveyard back to the field. Not any card, it has to be a monster. So that can be a little bit of a pain, so we'll just go ahead and set that soul release for when we're ready. May as well set the cemetery bomb, why not? See what we got in here. We got 1, 2. That's it, just 2 magics in this. The cemetery bomb won't be that much of a pain. I could use special summon, but then that means he'd be able to probably bring back his gyroid to take 2 of the hits. And since I haven't summoned, and there's no point in doing the special summon. And so he's lucky he drew a negate attack, otherwise that would have been very dangerous for him. That would have been what, 2, 3, 4,000 something, maybe close to 5,000 taken off of him right there, and he's only got 63 to go. That negate attack just saved him. He would have been decimated this turn. Not quite obliterated, but decimated. So he lays one monster face down and lays something down there. Is it worth calling a bluff? I don't know. He had something to protect himself last time. We just draw another Trachodon. Yeah, I actually like this game out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh ones that I've played, because this one actually has, I believe, the largest amount of cards in the game. It's got over 1,200 cards. That is a lot. Lots of cards, good number of people to go against. If you're playing with the actual Game Boy Advance, you can trade with people each card, so that's another bonus there. He's got a Steamroid. Good card. Except for, you know, he's got his ability, which is a little bit of a pain. So we'll just go ahead and attack, try to get rid of it. See, the smart thing is when he gets attacked, his attack goes down 300. I mean, not 300, but 500. And when Steamroid attacks, he gains 500. So really, his attack for defending is 1,300. His attack is 2,300. And since we got rid of that, he didn't play the summon. I screwed up on the first attack, so we'll just go ahead and just keep attacking here. Take a good chunk off of him. Doesn't seem to have any defenses. Whatever he's got down there was nothing but a bluff. Alrighty then. So we'll end the turn there, see what he's got. I get tired of that message popping up over and over, so we'll just go ahead and activate that cemetery bomb. Just to get it out of here, he's got 7 tools at the bandit. He loses 700. That's, I believe, more life points to what he would have lost had he let the cemetery bomb go through. But, you know, that's his call, his move. He lays something else down. And we draw an altar for tribute. Go ahead and set that down. He doesn't seem to have anything there. So, should we call his bluff? I think we should. 1,900 off of him. He's down to 400. And I decided to end it there. Give him an extra turn. After all, this is some Dino Prey play. We are playing with our prey today with our dinosaurs. Activate the altar for tribute. Tribute to practical. Boom, I gained another 1,900. So I'm now over 9,000 in life points. Almost 10,000 there, 9,500. Magic Cylinder, excellent. Another great counter. Especially for when if someone gets one of their big things, like Chumley with his big koala. There was over 4,000. It can cause some real damage and backfire if you got it. If you got a magic cylinder. But then again, if you're up against someone that has a Jinzo, that can easily be null and void, which means you need to get rid of that Jinzo before you can do anything. So Cyrus plays the Pot of Greed, gets himself 2 more cards, 2 face down, and a monster face down, and we got a Ring of Destruction. Nice card, nice card. Any face-up monster, destroyed monster's attack is removed from both of our life points. So the Geosaurus, we'll go with the Geosaurus and go on the attack. And he's got a Mirror Force. That's a big bummer. You know, sometimes when you play with your opponent, it's not going to pay off. And that's just one example of it. So nothing more I can do there. Torrential Tribute. We'll go ahead and let that go. I don't know why he used that since he just used a Mirror Force. He had clear open attack, but whatever. Mad Sword Beast. Only monster I've got, so let's go ahead and summon that. And he's got a Trap Hole, so that puts me back down to nothing. That's a shame. At the moment, he's really holding this off. Holding himself off. He's got a good defense going on right now. So we take a look. We got 1. We're using the Soul Release. Get rid of all these dinosaurs I've got in here. This way I can prepare myself for when I draw Tyranno Infinity. And I believe that's 5 dinosaurs there. Which means when it's out, 5,000 attack. When I pull that Tyranno Infinity, it's going to be in some danger when we get it. So until then, I end my turn. Nothing more to do. I've got a good defense going on. If I really want to take it, I'm debating on it, but I decide not to. I just let it go out. More than willing to take the hit. At any time, I could just end it by flipping one of my trap cards, but like I said, we're going for some prey play. I'm gonna play with Cyrus a little bit, draw it out, see how long we can go. Ooh, and I pulled a Premature Burial. Let's go ahead and activate that. Flame Viper would be perfect enough to get rid of him. But let's get the Mad Sword Beast just to get ourselves a defense up. Since I know Steamroid is one of his strongest cards he's got. I know he doesn't have, he'll have to use the Steamroid in order to get rid of it. Right there, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking about that Ring of Destruction. That's thinking of just ending it. For now, I go on the attack. You might think that's stupid, but remember, he's got that ability. He's only got 1300 when he gets attacked. So just like that, the Mad Sword Beast takes him out, removes that problem, and he only loses 100 life points of it. And thank God he didn't attack me, otherwise I would have lost quite a bit more. And still, started with 8,000, I've still got 69. Only because we're playing with him, otherwise we could have ended this long ago. All he's got is a face down to try and protect him. And you know us, we're gonna call his bluff. Go ahead and summon that Crawling Dragon number 2, I believe we're doing now. Yes. Will I activate a spell or trap? No. See, if you got something down there and don't plan on using it soon or right away, Gets annoying. Becomes a big pain. And he's still got nothing. So back to us, Malevolent Nuzzler. Decent power-up card. Go ahead and just set that. And end turn. Waiting to get that Tyranno Infinity, I believe. Or at least something better. I know there's 2 cards that I love in this deck to use for my main thing, but Tyranno Infinity is my backup just in case things get a little ugly. Boom. Big boy there for 5 grand. Flame Viper. Sure. Go ahead and throw that out there. Can't hurt any. What I'm doing is I'm waiting to get something that's a bit better. Get some good attack there and get the overkill. I mean, I could get the overkill now, but not by a whole lot. Oh, my turn. We draw Tyranno Infinity. 5,000 attack is what he's gonna have. And he's a 4-star, so he doesn't require any sacrifices. Let's go ahead. Take a look at that. Look at that effect. Yeah. Take a look at that. Cards removed from play. I've got all my 5 dinosaurs there. So we got his 5,000 attack. Should we go ahead and summon it? Yes, you bet we are. See, if things even get hairier to where it comes down to it, I always have that Ring of Destruction that can destroy it. But you know what? Go ahead and activate that Malevolent Nuzzler. Add that on. That's almost 6,000 on a 4-star monster with only 1 power-up. That's pretty lethal for a 4-star. Ring of Destruction. I think about it. Should we do it? Yeah, why not? 5,700. Things get hairy, you could always go with this attack to here. 5,700 off both you and your opponent. He can't afford it, but I sure can. Decided to go with that instead of taking the risk that he had something there. And that is it for the end of Cyrus. Prey play is over. He was the prey, I had the dinos, and we played. That is it for Cyrus. 12,400 taken off. Let me get a big over 4 grand overkill on him. And he does always talking, blah blah blah. He's no good. But that's something we already know.